Today I'm going to take you on a journey in Poland, which should have been a story of how this exciting independent train operator have brought brilliant competition to this market. However, for reasons I'll get into later on, 2 days after this video goes live, they will cease operation just 8 months after they started. So come along with me on another non-stop Eurotrip and we'll see what could have been. Today's trip starts in the Polish capital, Warsaw. In my opinion, this beautiful city is underrated as a tourist destination, even within Poland, especially so in these wonderful winter landscapes. The Old Town is my personal favourite, which is filled with many churches and a veritable hodgepodge of Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque architecture. The city sits astride the Vistula River, the longest river in Poland, which has a total length of 1,047 kilometers. The train we'll be taking today calls at 3 stations in Warsaw, and we'll be heading to the east of the city to catch it from its start point, so let's head out there now by tram. The Warsaw tram network is very extensive, with 25 lines covering a total distance of 146 kilometers, which serves over half the Polish capital's 1.8 million residents. Although you cannot tap in with contactless payments yet, all trams and many stops have automatic ticket machines where you pay by card and then validate the paper ticket when you board. We arrive outside Warszawa Wschodnia, or Warsaw East, and wander over the road from the tram stop to the main building. A taxi rank and bus stops can also be found outside the front of the station. Heading inside, and it's a wide open space with a few shops. And a large staff ticket office which also has automatic ticket machines. Toilets are available to the left side, along with a food court located within a side annex. This has a small seating area along with a Cafe Nero, McDonald's, KFC, Chinese takeaway and a supermarket. Our train today is the 1:37 p.m. RegioJet service to Kraków, train number RJ1388. Before we head to the platforms, let's check out today's route. It's very straightforward. We depart Warszawa Wschodnia, make 2 other stops in the Polish capital and run direct to Kraków on the fastest route. There is a central underground walkway which runs under all platforms. It's certainly not the most glamorous or even high-roofed, but it does the job. We'll be departing from platform 3, track 4 today. As far as I'm aware, there are no lifts up to any platforms, so speak to station staff should you require the use of this wheelchair lift. And here is our very yellow train set for this journey. RegioJet are a well-established train operator in the Czech Republic, but are very new to the Polish market. This 4-coach rate consists of 1 low-cost coach, 2 standard coaches, and 1 relax and business class combination coach, the latter of which we'll be travelling in today. Hauling us will be this Bombardier Trax electric locomotive, which was around a year old at the time of filming. These have a maximum speed of 160 km per hour and a power output of 6,000 kilowatts. I'm sure you'll agree, they look very smart. Adjacent is one of PKP IC's competing intercity sets, which I have already reviewed. RegioJet certainly have a lot to live up to. Boarding is not level, with a large gap and 3 steps from platform to train. Accessible boarding is available in coach 1. This rearmost coach features both relax and business classes. Relax is in a 2+1 open plan layout with large reclining leather seats. Then through this door are the business class compartments, which have just 4 seats each. Here is mine for today's journey, and it looks like I have it to myself for the time being anyway. My first impressions are it looks very stylish and comfortable. Luggage can be stored on the large overhead racks which are above all the seats. There's plenty of space. Let's get settled as departure time is fast approaching. We pull out of Warsaw East Station right on time at 1:37 p.m. This 297km trip down to Kraków is scheduled to take 2 hours and 55 minutes with just 2 intermediate stops at Warsaw Central and West. Now, RegioJet is known for being cheap, but that definitely doesn't mean they are bad. I paid just 78.85 Polish zloty for my business class ticket today, which is amazing value. Prices have since risen as it was obviously unsustainable. We'll dive into this a bit more later on too. The cheapest ticket in low cost class for this last week of service was the same as I paid for my business class ticket. Today I have my unlimited data global Holafly eSIM installed for this Eurotrip. The 4G and 5G connection along nearly all the route was excellent and the data speed was also very good. Holafly is the leading eSIM provider who cover over 200 global destinations with unlimited data, including over 15 regional eSIMs. You can even personalise your eSIM with the exact number of days you need. They also have the option of Holafly plans, a global data subscription plan which covers over 160 destinations with one single eSIM, both with unlimited data and 25GB Lite options. They both have no contract and you can cancel at any time. Use my code Nonstop Eurotrip for 5% off any Holafly eSIM and 10% off any Holafly plan subscription for 12 months. If you have any issues, then a 24/7 live support is available either by web chat or WhatsApp. This means a worldwide unlimited data eSIM installed directly on your phone in minutes, and you can even hotspot other devices or your friends too. Just click the link above or in the description below and use code Nonstop Eurotrip at checkout and grab yours today. After crossing the Vistula River, we arrive in the underground labyrinth that is Warsaw's central station, where the majority of passengers board this service. Then, 5 minutes after this, we make our final intermediate stop at Warszawa Zachodnia or Warsaw West. This has recently undergone a 1.9 billion Polish zloty transformation to improve all aspects of one of the most important stations in the country, and they've done a great job. Okay, as we're heading out into the snowy Polish countryside, let's take a moment to check out our business class compartment. The door can be closed but not locked, and there are no curtains. This makes sense as these are shared spaces. The announcement volume, room lights and air conditioning temperature can be controlled individually. There is also an emergency handle. The large reclining leather seats are a good shape and very comfortable. The winged headrests are separate from the seat base but are fully adjustable. The padded armrests are fixed and there's a small shelf and storage area between the seats. 2 small litter bins are located under the fixed table, which itself is expandable with these large flaps. The aisle seats have their own individual tables too. Every passenger has access to one European style power socket. Finally, there are full closure sunblinds on the windows with the air conditioning vents below. Overall, it's an excellent product, one of the very best top-class intercity train experiences in Europe, and such good value too. Business class also includes complimentary water, juices and hot drinks, and a dedicated steward to take food orders from the paid but also excellent value food menu. Unfortunately, quite a lot of this was out of stock, so in the end I decided on the quinoa salad and chocolate cheesecake. However, they were both delicious and very cheap. We are now dashing through the snow down the fastest railway line in Poland, the centrally located CMK, which is 224 kilometers in length and rated for speeds of up to 200 kilometers per hour. Let's now go and check out the rest of the train. Toilets are located in every coach, and on the whole they were all clean and in a very good condition. The water worked, but the soap was empty. However, there was plentiful supply of both tissues and toilet paper, and the toilet itself worked just fine. After getting a wonderful view out of the rear of the train, let's go and have a look at the other seating options on board. Relax class is the second highest, and is in a 2+1 configuration in a mix of airline style and bays. The seats and all the amenities are quite similar to those in business class, and you still get the complimentary drinks and steward service for food orders. The next step down is standard class, of which there are two types of coach. The first features a dedicated family compartment, all kitted out with a play area, TV playing cartoons and fun decals. The regular seating in here is by way of 6-seat compartments. These have comfortable fabric seats in a 3+3 layout with padded head and armrests. There are also small tables, power sockets and a very cosy environment overall. The second standard class offering is this so-called Astra coach, which is in a 2+2 open plan layout with both airline style and bay seating. The main feature of this coach is the entertainment system in the headrest, but I am unsure what content these have on them. The seats in here are also very good, trimmed with leather and with good legroom, winged headrests, adjustable armrests, tray tables and power sockets. Then at the front of the train is the accessible area located in the low cost class. There is an onboard deployable ramp, an accessible toilet, and the wheelchair space is just through this door. Beyond this is the regular low-cost seating, which features 2+2 fabric seats, tray tables and power sockets. There really is a price point for everyone on this train, and honestly, there is no bad seat. Standard and low-cost classes still get free water, and can order the great value food too. Free Wi-Fi is available for passengers in all classes. While we're up at the front, let's go and have a peek at our locomotive through the front window. Okay, train tour done. I'm going to head back to my seat and enjoy the stunning, snowy train window views, while we have a little chat about why 2 days after this video is released, these services will cease to exist. RegioJet as a company has been successfully operating buses from the Czech Republic across Europe for over 30 years now, with the train operations following in 2006. Since then, they have built a successful network which includes services to Austria, Slovakia and Hungary, before starting operations in Poland in September 2025 on this Warsaw to Kraków route, the country's most important. Other long-distance routes then followed, all of which are in direct competition with the Polish national operator PKP Intercity and their flagship Pendolino and Intercity services. As a side note, these were all vastly more expensive than RegioJet for equivalent classes when they entered the market. However, as you can see from this video, which was filmed 4 months after launch, RegioJet passenger numbers are not massive, with maybe a 50% load factor, and they have also been forced to cancel many services for varying reasons. Many of these have stemmed from alleged anti-competitive practices from PKP themselves. These include 70% price reductions on key routes, along with huge subsidies from central government for PKP and refusal to allow use of depot facilities, meaning rolling stock had to be returned to the Czech Republic for maintenance. PKP deny all these allegations. RegioJet have left a foot in the door for a return to the market when these issues have been sorted, but it seems like a pretty final decision to me. Anyway, as the sun has now set and we are fast approaching the end of today's journey, let me summarise my experience on this RegioJet service from Warsaw to Kraków in business class. Honestly, I thought it was great. I had a brilliant journey. I for one will be sad to see them leave Poland. The seats and the compartment in general is super comfortable, the complimentary drinks are great to have, and the outstanding value on the food menu is unbeatable on a train anywhere else in Europe. The 4 different classes offer a price point for everyone, and all staff I interacted with on board were very helpful and friendly. We arrive in Krakow's main station 5 minutes late at 4:37 PM. Have you been on any RegioJet services before? What was your experience like? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas, so if you have something you'd like to see on the channel, then drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.